Hello and welcome. We are all waiting here in eager anticipation how much drama lies in store. I'm John Champion, and sitting alongside me up here in our lofty perch in the commentary box is Jim Begley.
Hello John, we're really looking forward to this one. Let's hope it lives up to all our expectations.
So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, it could well turn out to be Tomiyasu, Peter, because I like the way he can switch between positions. We know he can play centre-back, he can play full-back, he can play wing-back. So he's got a lovely versatility to offer. And I think overall he probably prefers the wing-back role because it enables him to get higher up the pitch and get himself involved in the creation and the scoring of goals.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. There's the whistle. Stoke are back on familiar territory, having secured victory in the first leg. Left frustrated as the ball team gets intercepted. Going forward with purpose. Looking to exploit the space. Forward it goes. That's clever from him. Hits it into, up for that one. Great build-up, busy about the outcome.
Stoke City didn't really deal with the wide play. It was a lovely dribble down the flank, but really they've got to double up to try and stop that, and I think with the attempted goal too, they were a little fortunate.
Tomiyasu. Stoke yet to have a shot on target. The forward push gains momentum. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. Skillfully hit. The danger was there, he dealt with it well. With a big chance, there's a possibility here for a shot. It was a good ball in, but no goal.
Showed superb vision and awareness there in executing such a delightful little chip that took out a whole defence to find the runner. Shame it just couldn't be finished off. Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Yeah, nobody's going to argue with that. Takes a shot. They have another go. Here's a shot. And the referee has blown now. The advantage didn't really rack up, and it's going to be a yellow card too. Crosses towards the centre. Shoots here. Swansea have scored. We're back where we started now. It's level on aggregate. There's the benefit of pinpoint accuracy.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
Swansea have the priceless opener. Plays it to the touchline. Intercepts the pass. Plays the ball out wide. He's making good progress down the left. Oh, good challenge, and he's got it back. Challenge deemed unfair, foul given. That was always likely to be the outcome. Yellow card. The referee brings the first half to a close.
So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. More than decent game up to now.
The important thing is not to concede anymore. They've used their cushion from the first leg, but they're still very much in this game.
The second half kicks off then.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back.
Alvarez. Hits it, and there's a goal!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
That is truly spectacular.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Stoke got a precious one-goal lead. Space on the flank. Leaps for the header. Swansea have scored. And the second leg is tied. It's game on. People will admire the header, but really, it's the cross that deserves the praise.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
The game restarts with the scores level again.
Well, there's resilience for you. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Felipe Melo. And he'll get the shot away here. And there's a goal. That again tips the scales in their favour on aggregate. A volley of true quality.
It's almost a case of sacrificing some of the power in favour of getting the technique right, and technically that volley was as good as it comes. That's not an easy skill, we know that by now. That's fantastic.
Stoke now lead by 1 goal. This is a promising run. Just off target.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Ball threaded through. Up for the header. Stoke have scored. And that completes the comeback.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Stoke now lead by 2.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Ball stolen. No, needed a better ball there. Determined to make his way through. He's on the end of it. Alberto. Determined to make his way through. Played into space nicely. It's an opportunity. That was certainly struck well enough.
Well, that may have caused the keeper some real problems had it stayed on target. got lucky then.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Making his way forward. Going, and a shot here. Break is on. Who can latch onto that? He's won that physical contest, and with it the ball. It's been quite a scrappy spell, this. A fine tackle, stopping him dead in his tracks. Plays it through. Has got it back, and he stopped them in his own territory. Looking to exploit the space. Oh, well claimed, very alert there.
Lodi just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
Could make something of this. Got away, whacks it. Four additional minutes is being shown on the board. Good clearance there. Over the line for a throw-in. Saha. Oh, lovely feet. So there it is, and that concludes today's contest. Stoke have done it. Victory in both legs sees them advance as comprehensive winners.
Thoughts on what we've just seen?
You know, they're going to be so happy with that win. Having conceded the opener, they managed a very impressive response and finally won through.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. And that brings us to the end of our coverage this evening.